Here we go. Back again. Stayer 312. Welcome in. Dom, how we feeling?
I feel elated. The Knicks are up 3-0 in the East Conference Finals to go to their first NBA Finals since 1999. Do you know who they played in 1999 and lost to?
That was 99 season. That was Spurs.
Yep, they played the Spurs.
That was that was the Duncan,
hmm
Timmy, and David Robinson.
Yes, so if they go back to the finals and it's the Spurs again, I
With
really
another
hope,
freak of nature.
really hope history does not repeat itself, but one can only wait and see. I mean, it's either you're playing the best run team in the NBA in OKC, or you're playing the freakish athlete in the NBA right now in Wemby. So
I
they don't
mean,
have
can we agree?
answers.
Best player in the world? I mean, I feel like after game one, that was like his coming
I
out
mean,
party
is
of
Jokic
just.
healthy?
I I know what you're saying. I just think that like
Is
Wemby just had his
Giannis
moment.
is do you still
It's
consider Giannis, or do you think Giannis is over
I
Joe?
think Wemby has. I think he is past them. I think he is
Hmm,
able to kind of just take that
interesting.
belt
Okay,
because
I think I put them
just because of
on
how
like
that whole game happened.
I'd probably put them on the same tier, as like player athlete wise.
That's fair.
It's tough not to like put SGA also in that like big
Mm.
point guard. But I mean back to back MVP player, but also he's not the same athlete and
I think it's
player
like
that the other two
LeBron
are.
taking it at in, what was it, 2008, 2009,
Yeah.
2008. What was the year he? 2008 was the Pistons game where he finished with 45, scored what was it, 28 of the last 29. The Cavs had won that game.
hmm
That's what that felt like. Where even though LeBron hadn't had any of the accolades yet, it was like, yeah, but that's the best basketball player in the world. My eyes tell me
Yeah.
that.
I think
I
this
don't
time
need the
next year
hardware right now for this one.
I don't need all of that. Yeah, that's fair.
So, all right, well, let's get into this. A little bit of news this week. Big one. The opposite of what we're going to get into. Somebody that is trying to lose money currently. Rasheed
hmm
Rice violated his probation, pissed hot, has to serve 30 days in county
Yep.
jail,
hmm
and will be missing Kansas City OTAs. Hasn't played football in a while and took him a little bit to kind of get going, even when he did get back last year off of the
Yeah.
ACL. He's only played what, like 6 games in the last 24 months?
I think he ended up playing like
18 months, however long.
eight games, something like that. But it's not a good situation down in Kansas City for Rasheed Rice right now. And shockingly, he's going probation for something that doesn't have to deal with the whole situation that started all of this. So
Exactly.
that's what's actually insane to me.
Yeah.
I don't know if the NFL is going to look into it a little bit more and actually hand down something for this, but
I doubt it because I feel like they've caught enough shit for smoking weed at this point.
yeah,
And everything like that, that they're just going to go, like, it's not our matter to deal with.
correct,
Um,
correct. But in the same light, it's somebody needs to be the guy that takes all the shit. So whenever that may
that's
happen,
true. I think whatever's going to happen in house is going to be worse for him than whatever the NFL can do to him right now. I'm going to look at his
you
contract, actually.
you have to hope so.
Is he still just on his rookie deal?
Yeah, yeah. He ended up playing 8 games last year.
He is still on his rookie deal. God damn.
Yeah, this is year
I for
4.
I forgot that he didn't get the
Yeah,
contract. I was thinking the whole time like, oh, he's got his contract, but he might,
he hasn't. He has not gotten an extension yet.
there's no way that the Chiefs bring him back.
I mean, he's their best receiver
Yeah,
when
but
he's
I
healthy on the
think they were
field.
very I think the biggest thing with this is that they're probably kicking themselves for not addressing receiver a little bit more
I mean,
aggressively in the draft.
you traded up and you could have taken Jordan Tyson, who is a game-changing receiver when he's healthy. But I guess
But
in that light,
again, like,
you
yeah,
have
what were you gonna
X
do?
amount of receivers who deal with. You already have so many receivers on that team that deal with injuries, so
Yeah,
you
you need
definitely
somebody
need
that's
someone
going to
on
be
that team.
available.
I think if Tate would have been available, that might have been a different story. But
Hmm.
regardless of that, it's
I mean, this is
a team that
a
hasn't really fixed their wide
close to
receiver issue.
9-figure mistake or run of mistakes, I should say, over the
Yeah,
last
yeah.
few
I
years.
mean, he was after his rookie year, he was poised to, and as long
Hmm.
as he continued his play, to get a 20
Big
plus
deal.
million-dollar deal to be their wide receiver going forward. But now you have consistent question marks and constantly proving that you're a guy that can't be trusted outside the locker room and then also
Hmm.
inside the locker room. Like, yeah, when he's on the field and healthy, he's, like I said, he's their best pass catcher at this point.
Hmm.
But he is an attitude problem. He is uh, a problem outside, distraction,
Yeah, he's just a loose
you
cannon.
name it,
Like,
and yeah, you name it, and he does it. So just kind of going forward, you have to make a decision going into next year. Is this a guy that we want to invest more time into who is either A, not healthy, or B, creating issues for himself outside of the facility? So it's, I mean, in my opinion, that's not a guy I want to attach myself to. Like,
no,
I,
not
I didn't even want to attach,
committing that much money to him.
yeah, I didn't even want to attach myself to like George Pickens because I've seen similar wide receivers of his caliber of play, but has attitude issues on and off the field, and I've seen where that gets you
But you can get 85% of that
in
in the
somebody else.
somewhere in the first
Two
two
rounds.
rounds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and especially when you're able to draft well enough. So
Mhm. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, it's just a messy situation. Like, I mean, if we're gonna sit here and kind of talk about how Apuka Nakua
mm.
contract is gonna age with his injuries, this like it's
And
very
now,
fair to talk about Rasheed Rice's
yeah,
money.
and now Puka's off the field issues as well.
But that,
So it's
like, yeah,
like
that's growing now too. The
it's
Rams,
becoming
this
a
feels like a last dance kind of thing. Throw everything at the board,
mhm.
and hopefully something will stick there. But again, you tried to double dip and drafted Ty Simpson. That's a whole other thing. Um, yeah, I mean, this is what Stephon Diggs becomes an option in Kansas City.
Oh yeah, but at that point you're just is that really the veteran that you want on that field
I
outside
mean,
of everything else
what's
there?
no, yeah, like it's
You're gonna be
two sides of
smart.
the same coin, but at
Yeah,
least Stephon Diggs has been more readily available.
you could get D Hop back in the building. I don't know.
True.
I don't even
Forgot
know
about
who
that.
else. Keenan
I mean,
Allen.
yeah,
It's
I
just like a
guess
lot of older guys who could or
it's
could
either
not
that or
be something.
spending a fourth on Debo Samuel.
Debo's a free agent. You don't even have to do that.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot he got cut. Did
He didn't
forget
even
about
get
that. So
cut. It's the
Debo,
end of the contract.
was it really?
Yeah,
I
it's the
thought
end
they
of his
extended
contract.
him. Why
No,
do I remember Washington extending him?
I don't know. Um,
Who knows?
I mean,
Misremembered
that
that entirely.
there's the June 1st guys that you're gonna see here in I don't know 10 days, a
Ooh,
week,
that is
one
an
week
interesting one. I did.
next Monday. So you have two guys to truly watch out for and where they go. And it's already rumored that they have landing spots, so it's not really much of anything. Deals in place, just waiting for the date to occur so the trades can be finalized. AJ Brown to the Patriots and Brandon Ayuk to the Commanders. I don't know
I
if
mean, the
that's actually
Commanders,
gonna
like
happen.
Commanders and Brandon Ayuk, that just seems ridiculous. You're doing the same thing all over again.
Yeah, but
But hey, what do I know? Um, I did hear the what if the Chiefs just swoop in and given an insane offer for AJ Brown and steal
They
him from the
certainly could.
Patriots. That
They
would be
certainly could.
so fucking funny.
It would be, but I would be, as a AFC North lover of football and
Mm.
hater of the Chiefs,
Well,
I would
yeah,
hate it. I would hate it so much.
obviously, but
Uh,
also that would also be very funny.
it
Just to
would be
throw salt in
hilarious.
the wound of the Patriots last 4 months.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, that would be a brutal one.
Yeah.
But
Some other quick little news here.
on the
Outside
positive
of
side, yeah,
positive side. What's the positive side as to what I was gonna go into?
I thought we were gonna get into people
I
getting
was gonna
paid.
talk. I was gonna talk about Dart real quick.
Oh, we don't even. I don't even want to.
It's just the well,
I mean,
let's
he's
talk about the Giants situation in general.
locker
Because
room getting
outside
weird.
of the locker room getting weird, they also extended Joe Shane um, on extension. Just an interesting last like 3 days for the Giants there.
Hmm.
Extending a man who has consistently made the worst possible decisions for your organization, and then what has become as more locker room issues due to political reasons surface. Whether or not players may believe in said things, you have to realize how that looks to
Yeah.
other players around you. So going forward, it's just something to monitor in how those situations are handled within the
Mm.
locker room.
That
So
and Neighbors had another surgery, which I think we talked about that, but
we did. We talked about it at the last one.
at the
He had it
time
cleaned
it
up.
was well, that was the original reporting, but then Harbaugh was asked about it like 2 days later
Okay.
and said like, "Oh no, like it was a little bit more than that. Like we're not 100% sure when he's going to be back." So that also
Interesting.
is more news that like I don't know if Harbaugh was supposed to be saying that, but nothing else. It was said that this was not just like a little routine thing. Like this was
Hmm.
a second surgery.
Hmm. Well, I guess time will tell with Neighbors and how he recovers.
Yeah, so a weird few days for the Giants up there.
Yeah.
Right
Yeah.
when things were looking good too.
Yeah.
New
Things
York
never look
sports,
good.
man.
Yeah.
Now we'll get into the positive stuff here.
Yes.
Matt Stafford gets an extension. Basically, just what makes his deal this year fully guaranteed.
And extends it an additional year outside of that.
Yeah. What was the
It's
actual money on that?
it's total 2 years, 105 million is the
That's
total 2 year. So
like
this year
including.
and
Yeah.
next
It's
year.
okay.
But it's a
What? How
one
much
year,
of that was
55
guaranteed?
million.
I did.
I think all of it.
Was it?
I'm pretty sure it's something like that. Rams don't really mess around with stuff like that, man. Um,
Worth up
but
to
yeah,
60 million.
okay. So that guarantees all of this year and a little bit of next, but
Up to 105 million remaining on his deal.
so all of it
So it was
for
1 year, 55 million extension. Now worth up to 60 million.
okay.
Stafford now has 2 years and up to 105 million guaranteed.
Yes, okay, I was correct. I was gonna say because Rams typically just guarantee contracts. If it's
That's
short term,
fair.
if it's long term, they don't.
I'll double check it.
It's a little bit
Sick.
different, but yeah. So basically, what that means is they're giving Stafford a 2 year timeline. I mean, he's going into his age 38 season here. So basically, play year 38, year 39, and then at 40, you hope Ty Simpson is fully ready and acclimated with the organization and can step in and play like the Jordan Love esque way or the Aaron Rodgers esque way, just how Green Bay operates there.
Yeah.
So as long as that is the case, the team is hoping not to miss a beat and just continue to produce at a high level. If for whatever reason Ty Simpson plays prior to that, it's just due to injury.
I'm just looking at it here on
Mm-hmm.
Spot Rack.
Spotrack,
However you want to say it. I've heard it both ways.
interesting.
It's I don't think it's fully updated there yet.
Yeah, I mean it's still pretty
Yeah,
fresh.
all right, no, it's saying it. It says average annual salary 55 mil. 2026, Stafford will earn a base salary of 16 and a signing bonus of 24, while carrying a $48 million cap hit.
Mm,
And it says his cap hit next year is only 9.6. It says that's an estimate, though. There must not be enough info on the actual deal.
yeah, yeah,
Because
it
it's
makes
also saying
sense.
there's like void years after that where he's carrying a $9.6 million cap hit through 2030. So I
So,
mean, this is, I'm assuming, still estimated how they're kicking the can down the road in terms of
yeah,
how they're spreading that out. But yeah, either way. Also, he plays the next 2 years. He'll be the first player to hit $500 million in playing salary.
yeah, until Mahomes finally hits it. So,
Well, yeah, I mean, but like, damn, that's
yeah.
impressive. And then the other one, this one just wanted to bring up because just a cool story attached to it there. Jack Campbell gets a deal, which I don't even remember what the actual number was on it.
4 years, 82 million, something
Is
like
that what it
that.
was? Yeah. No, I knew he was getting like actually paid. However, the source breaking it was Sweta Patel. Tweeted breaking news on a contract extension for Jack Campbell. As I just heard directly from my inside sources at the Lions, he will be a Lion for the next several years, and Lions continue to retain their talent. Congrats to Jack and his family. Peter Schrager quoted this and said, "Pretty cool backstory here. Uh, Sweta, sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, is a diehard Lions fan and one of the most vocal online. When Jack Campbell decided to sign his extension, he and the team thought it would be unique to let fans know first. So, with Jack's approval, the Lions had Sweta break the news.
Mm, that's awesome.
Get the fans
Yeah,
involved. Get the people that are yelling at
rooting for
you,
you. Yeah.
loving you, hating you, all that stuff
Mm-hmm.
involved. That's a fun one. And also good for
That's
Jack
awesome.
Campbell.
Yeah, 100% good for Jack Campbell. Um, and then just wanted to touch base real quick on a player that we're going to talk about here in a little bit as to this is their final official year in the NFL. As Aaron Rodgers did announce
Yes.
that this is his last dance. Um, so whatever he gets this year, that is it. Um, yeah,
I mean, sure.
he apparently he said when Tomlin stepped down, he was going to call it, but when the Steelers brought in McCarthy, he that piqued his interest, obviously, because they have history. So it was exactly what
Just
I
so he
anticipated it
can
being.
fucking yell at Mike McCarthy for 17 more games.
Fine, sure, but yeah, just
I just
wanted to touch base on that real quick and
cool.
mention
It's going to be the fucking stupidest retirement tour I think I've ever seen in my life.
it. They're all dumb.
For real.
Tom Brady had two of them, so it doesn't matter.
That's true. But also the first one he like retired after the season was over. There's no tour along with it. I don't know. Unless they're letting you do ayahuasca in the stands, like
Oh, that would be sick.
hell yeah. Shooting them out of the hot dog guns.
Anyways,
All right, let's get into this. It is the final episode of the series of the top 25. Oh, sorry. Top 25 quarterbacks of the Super Bowl era. Again, apologies for my voice and my hacking up a lung. Pollen at the beginning of the week, or last weekend, really got the best of me. Took my voice from me, so we're still kind of getting back from that. But we'll power through because we have to. So we are at 5-1 here.
mhm.
Starting at number 5, it is the guy that we just talked about. It is Aaron Rodgers. Just run through it here real quick. 10-time Pro Bowler, 5-time All Pro, 4-time MVP, Super Bowl champ, Super Bowl MVP, fourth all time in fourth all time in touchdowns. Sorry,
Hmm.
fifth all time in yards, and then 18th all time in yards a game, tied with Lamar with the best passer rating of all time.
Which is insane
Yes,
that he's able to do that through the course of, I don't know, 20 years now.
it is impressive. I mean, he has the all-time best touchdown to interception ratio,
Which is
4.4 to 1.
That's nuts.
Yeah, the dude just doesn't throw picks. I mean, to a
I
fault.
mean, he has the all-time record in just interception percentage, which is 1.4.
Yeah, no, it's unreal. I mean, it is. He is the
He's beyond
as
that.
similar as they are. He is the opposite of his predecessor in Green Bay, who was letting it rip all the time, and you wanted him to kind of rein it in. And Rodgers is not doing that, and you kind of want him to be more aggressive.
Yeah.
And
He is also the all-time leader in sacks
yes, 600
by a lot.
by a very wide margin. Also, the fastest to 400 passing touchdowns currently. Most consecutive passes without an interception, which is an insane number. I got to double check that here. It is way more pass attempts than you would think it would be. Sorry, I should have had that one up and ready here, or at least made a better note of it.
No, you could.
Come on now. 402 pass attempts without a pick is the record. Yeah. So that's the good. And I mean, still good, but again, we've kind of talked about this before with him. He's 12th all time in game winning drives, 20th all time in comebacks. That, in theory, sounds very good, being top 20 in both of those. But kind of gets into the negative side of Aaron Rodgers here. Is he's well behind a lot of people. And just the numbers themselves. He has 37 game-winning drives, 25 fourth-quarter comebacks in 257 starts. And is behind some people that, in terms of game-winning drives, he's tied with Eli Manning, behind Johnny U, Russ, Matt Ryan. That's like Matt Stafford and like some of the other greats on there, but like having Russ and Matt Ryan ahead of you and Brett Favre, that insult to injury there. For a guy that's as talented as he is. And then the comebacks, I think, is the more damning one because that's always kind of been.
I
feel like
comebacks is more damning than game winning because game winning insinuates that you are either down in a close game or
tied,
not getting blown out. So it's or tied.
Yeah, the comebacks is the more painful one there. Yeah. Yeah, and that's, I mean, Ryan Tannehill and Kirk Cousins are both ahead of you there. Derek Carr, Matt Ryan again. Matt Ryan is very high on both of these lists. That is impressive. Good for him.
I mean, Matt Ryan was a solid quarterback for a long time. I love Matty Ice, but regardless of Matt Ryan, we're not here to talk about him today.
Yeah,
we're talking about who I do believe is probably the most talented quarterback.
I was just about to get into that. Yeah, I was going to say arguably the most gifted passer of all time.
Regardless of anything else, The man was a gift
Hmm.
when the football touched his hand. He knew what he was to do with his life, and that was that. We haven't really seen somebody close. I'd probably say Mahomes probably the closest we've
I was
seen
gonna
in
say, yeah,
recent
it's
days
you put
to
in that
how
tier of
he
like,
is able to play.
mhm,
But even then, it's still not the same. When Rodgers was at his peak, he was
mhm.
disturbing.
It's like Rodgers, Mahomes, Marino. Those are the three like just
Hmm.
artists,
Hmm.
and
Like you can paint that field every level,
mhm.
doesn't matter. Not afraid to throw the football, and it's just the most delicate placements. And you question yourself. He's still doing it, and that's the scary part.
My God, yeah, the
There's
windows that he
Yeah, like
puts
the
balls
amount of
into,
throws
like,
he made last year, and I got to watch them firsthand, and I still don't understand how he was able to do that at 42 years of age.
yeah,
So,
the manipulation of defensive lines. He's
hmm
so good at getting free plays and was so good on those plays too.
hmm
Um, which was the other frustrating part about him was those were the times he usually let it rip and they worked a lot, but he
hmm
just wouldn't do that if he didn't have the flag kind of security blanket there. But yeah, all of that. I mean, the iconic plays, the two Hail Marys. Um, one of those games he ended up losing, but between that, the celebration, the State Farm stuff, like it's the discount double check is burned into our a whole generation of brains
yeah,
that
I mean,
is less like a vocal stem for everybody that watched football from 2008 to 2018.
yeah, and then that's not even like talking about his accolades that he has, which is a four-time All-Pro, four-time MVP,
Five-time All Pro, four,
five-time All-Pro. Are you
five-time
sure?
All Pro. One of them second team.
Oh,
Four. He's
oh,
four
I
first
wasn't.
teams.
Yeah, I was looking at first teams. I mean, Super Bowl MVP, Super Bowl champion, obviously. All 2010 team.
Yep. Yeah. The all 2010s is a big one there too.
Yeah, off two-time Offensive Player of the Year. It's
Did he get Offensive Player of the Year? Did I miss that? Are you sure about that?
I'm looking at what is this?
No, Offensive Player of the Year.
It's not AP Offensive Player of the Year, but
Yeah, we don't
it's
care about it if it's not
SN.
AP.
Yeah, I
Those
don't
are
know
the
what
only
that
ones that
is.
count. Is
My
it the
bad.
UPI one? No, it's not UPI
No,
either.
it's SN. So I don't know what SN is.
Oh, is that Sporting News?
Maybe.
I think. I think that's
No.
Sporting News. Yeah.
Regardless.
Yeah, not official ones.
Yeah.
It's not in the NFL record books there. But yeah, no, it's again. He's again. I have him at five. You know, weird dude off the field.
Yeah.
It's very like
Not great
Kevin
off the
Durant,
field.
Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, but I like KD.
Yeah, I do too. But like again, like just like the baggage, and he just is. As much as I like KD, he's a little weird, dude. Not as weird as Rodgers,
Yeah.
but in you know, just in terms of the
Crazy
idea.
enough, Rodgers never threw for 5K.
Nope. That's what I was
And
saying. It's like he does. He was never a high volume
he's
deep ball
just a
guy.
true technician with the football. Yeah. And
And if
closest
he
he got
was
was
throwing the ball downfield, a
46.
lot of times it was usually to the sidelines.
Yeah.
When he had Jordy, Jordy would do that for him. Jennings did that. Devonte Adams, like some of his best catches were sideline catches.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Like,
I highly doubt we see him do a 5,000 yards. I'll be shocked if he gets 3,500 this upcoming year. Receiving room is going to
Kevin
be
Wildes
better.
on First Things First
I don't think
was
so.
running an updated tally each week
Mm,
of his consecutive games without throwing for 300 yards.
damn.
Yeah, and
What we,
it had gotten up to like he hadn't thrown for hadn't had a 300-yard game, and I forget what it was, like 28 months or something like that.
dang. Well, I
or
mean, he
longer.
did
I mean, he
miss.
missed a year, but like it went back like most of that last year in Green Bay too,
That's fair.
and most of the year in that he did play in New York.
That's crazy.
There's that, but yeah, again, insanely gifted, insanely iconic.
Yeah. Just
You know, was the face for a generation. Just didn't win enough in the playoffs. 500. He's 11-11 in the playoffs, and always felt like there was a lot of meat left on the bone. Because even the Super Bowl that they did win, they were a wild card team.
yeah. It
And then
was
the next year they go
five or
15 and
six seed.
1 and get popped in the first round. Not first round, their first game. Sorry.
Yeah. So his last 300-yard game was week 14, 2024
Yeah.
against the no, against Miami in Miami.
And if you go back further, like he might have had another one. I don't know if that's the one that broke the streak or not, or
Had to have.
was it? He didn't have another one in that game. You can go back. I want to say it was like week 5 or week 6 his last year in Green Bay or something like that,
It was
or maybe even longer.
week 14 against Chicago in 2021. He threw for 341.
So his second to last year in Green Bay.
Yeah, his last year in Green Bay, he didn't touch 300.
Yeah. So he went almost 2 full seasons.
Mm-hmm. And then that year was that his MVP season, 2021? Yeah, he threw for 300, 1, 2, 3, 4, only 4 times.
But that was what 45 touchdowns, 4 picks, or something like that.
4 picks, and 2 of them came week 1 against New Orleans.
Yeah, and how many TDs did he throw for that one? That season?
Yeah,
It was like high 40s, I think, mid high 40s.
Yeah, 2021. 37. You're thinking of the 2020 season where he threw 48.
Maybe that's what it was. But yeah, 37-4.
5.
And they were good that year. Were they the 1 seed that year?
1 seed, yeah, pretty sure. Went 13-3. In 2020 and 2021 they went 13-3.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Man, they got robbed in 2021.
Well, the year that the Bucks beat them, that was Rodgers could have ran a touchdown in to ice that game, and instead,
was fooling around.
Threw a bullet from 9 yards away, and got mad that somebody didn't catch it.
Yeah.
But hey, what are you gonna do?
Right.
All right, moving on. Number 4, I have Peyton Manning.
Ooh.
I have Peyton at 4.
I don't agree, but I'll hear you out here.
That's fair. Going through, this is very accolade heavy. Obviously, this is just insane with him. 14-time Pro Bowler, 10-time All-Pro, 7 first-team All-Pros. That is the most all time. 5-time MVP, most all time. 2 Offensive Player of the Year, 2-time Super Bowl champ, Super Bowl MVP, and then it is 3rd all time in touchdowns, third all time in yards, 2nd all time in game-winning drives, 2nd all time in comebacks. First quarterback to 200 wins. Has the record for most single-season touchdowns and yards. Did that in the same year. 2013 season, an insane year of quarterback.
The best season of quarterback we may have ever witnessed.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Yeah, and then 2 more awards that you didn't even mention were Comeback Player of the Year and Walter Payton Man of the Year.
Yeah, I don't put as much weight into those.
I mean, the Walter Payton Man of the Year award is I put a lot of weight into that just because that speaks volume as
character,
as a person. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
no, that's fair.
They didn't.
But also, if you're a quarterback in the NFL, you should also be kind of a stand-up guy for the most part.
You sure about that?
You should be. That's why I said
you sure about that?
You should be. So I'm not applauding you for something that you're already supposed to be doing.
I mean,
but I will crush you when you're doing the opposite of that, like we just did with the last guy and another guy that we didn't even want to say his name in the last episode we did this.
theoretically,
Yes.
you should, if being in any of these people's positions in the NFL, you should just be a good person. Unfortunately, that is not everybody's character.
And again, if you're a cornerback and a receiver and you have some baggage, like there's a threshold, or like there's a maximum amount of shithousery that I will put up with receivers, corners, hell, edge guys, edge rushers.
I'd put
When
running
your
backs.
whole job is being amped up and being
No.
forced into one-on-one situations and being like, I have to beat that guy. If you kind of forget you're not in between the sidelines when that happens. Again, to an extent, not a, just dismissing everything. You should be punished for
Yeah.
things. But listen, if you're still going to give me 1,600 yards and 8 touchdowns,
Hmm.
I would like to have that on my roster.
Yeah. That's fair. I almost want to just do
Quarterback,
like,
again, that's just a different thing. You're supposed to be leading
yeah,
53 guys
yeah.
and being
I
in the
almost want to
face.
do
Like,
like
I can't do that.
case study on the cliff that Peyton Manning found and fell off in his
I think
last game.
that's called multiple surgeries, a neck surgery 4 years prior to that, and
Okay,
he
but
was.
you look at the
How old
numbers
was
he
he when he
came,
retired? Was he 40?
not even
He
39.
was 39.
So like as the greats go, he's young. Like
True, but he also was never the most like. I mean, you go back to his rookie years. Like he looked clunky when he ran.
yeah, I mean, but he was never the athlete. He
Yeah,
was the
true.
sheriff. He was truly the pocket passer. And
I'm just saying that doesn't usually age well either. I mean,
I feel like that age is better than the guys that run around and get smacked around a lot.
true, but I mean the amount of pass attempts that he had under his belt for as long as he did. It's not like the mid level guys that we say, oh, they're going to last a lot longer, like Kirk Cousins and Matt Ryan did for a long time. Philip Rivers, even like,
Well, the only reason I'm saying like the cliff, like there was no gradual progression. It was the year
but yeah, his
prior to
body
him.
just gave up on him at the end.
That's what I'm saying is like
I,
the
I
year prior he threw for 4,739 and 15, and then he goes for 22, 9 and 17 in
and
10
played
games.
for. I was going to say he had like 10, 12 games.
Yeah, he played in 10 games and just absolutely fell off a cliff and got replaced by Brock Osweiler.
Yeah, and even Drew Brees was kind of like that too, where it was still gradual.
I
It was
feel like
just like he couldn't hit an out route by the end of it.
yeah, his
His
elbow
last
was
season.
done.
Yeah, like he just couldn't get enough juice on the ball to get it to the sidelines.
Yeah, but his was definitely more gradual. Like you see, like 4,300, 4,000, 3,000, 40 yards less than the year prior then. So, but he wasn't making the mistakes that Manning made. Like Manning's interception rate just skyrocketed in those last like in the
I
last
feel like I
season,
remember watching
especially.
that too, and it was same kind of thing. Like his arm looked like it was dead by that point,
It was so dead. His
but
TD
his
percentage was
his head
3%.
wouldn't process that fact.
No.
So he still tried to do stuff that he was able to do 4 years before that, but like his shoulder was done. But yeah, just an insane career for him. Yeah,
Yeah.
like the most
I
single
mean,
season.
when he retired, he owned every quarterback record almost known
Mhm.
to man at that time,
Yeah, no, for
which
sure.
is unbelievable.
You just yeah. Well, we'll
He
get
was
into that a
doomed.
little bit more,
Yeah,
but
he was just always doomed, unfortunately.
yes, yeah. There's a bit of that. Yeah, he has the most seasons with 4,000 yards, most consecutive seasons with 25 TDs, and I think that number is
Hmm.
much higher than it should be as well. Double check that. I remember that being more. than you would expect. And also him having that record, not Breeze, was a little bit interesting for me there too. Um, 13 straight seasons
Damn.
with 25 plus.
Damn.
Yeah. Most consecutive regular season wins as a starter, 23. Also impressive. And then this is the one that really made my head explode. He has the record for the highest completion percentage in a single month. December 2008. If you had to guess what his completion percentage was for that month,
82.
81.8.
I'm so good
Well,
at that.
shit. That was not as much fun as I thought it was going to be.
I'm too good at guessing games.
That's
Don't
fair.
play with me.
That's fair. We'll see how that goes later on this week. But yeah, again, like you were kind of saying too, like he was the new generation quarterback.
Yeah.
As we were getting to the end of
on.
Elway, Marino,
Yeah, he started in 99 and like he was
98.
clearly 98. Okay. He was the deer who just fresh out the womb trying to learn how to walk.
Mm-hmm.
So he was truly like a
Yeah, I mean, he threw 28 picks his
yeah.
rookie year.
So like if he played in today's day and age, you have what's supposed to be a generational prospect coming out throwing 28 interceptions his rookie year, you'd almost give up on him. You'd call him a bust.
Yeah.
And what turns out to be the greatest quarterback
Yeah, they
at
did
that time.
the right thing for him there, which was just, dude, let her rip, figure it out. We'll go from there.
Yeah, they don't do that anymore. These guys don't get those opportunities. So you're questioning if this quarterback is worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So so we're kind of seeing I think it's slowly getting back to that where okay, we drafted a guy in the first round. Let's truly give him his chance.
I think there's a little bit of that with certain guys, but you have to have like a certain level of we believe in you.
Yeah,
And
mean,
like
you have to have
like college
pedigree.
yes, thank you. I couldn't get that word out.
You're good. Yeah, like I'm talking about like Bryce Young. They gave him the time to develop, and he's become the quarterback that they need him to be.
Mm.
Or I'm trying to think of another quarterback, like Josh Allen's a great example of that, of very slow start to his career, and when he found it, he found it.
Mm.
So you just kind of need to hope that your quarterback's going to develop into a guy like Peyton. I mean, Peyton was a different species.
Yeah.
I think a more comparative guy to that is like T-Law in generational prospect coming out, number one overall pick, and his first year, 2, 3, you're sitting there wondering.
Year one was bad. Year two started rough, turned it on, looked good to start the year. And year three fell off again, everything, and then new coach starts to come back. Like, yeah, he's kind of been on that roller coaster cycle there, but yeah, I'm with you on that. Like, it's a lot of that. Manning probably doesn't. He probably does because he's a Manning, but in theory, if you draft a guy number one overall and he gives you 28 picks his first season and you go 2-15, like the dialogue is very different than it was in 1990.
Yeah, I mean, he went 3-13 his rookie year, and then 13-3 his sophomore year. So
yeah,
just a much different conversation year to year, right there.
There is a little bit more on Manning, but I'll wait to kind of circle back to that to kind of finish off the conversation, so we don't have it twice there. So we'll jump to number 3 here, where I have Joe Montana.
Yeah, crazy.
8-time Pro Bowler, 5-time All-Pro, 2-time MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, 4-time Super Bowl champ, 3-time Super Bowl MVP. I just have a tough time not having Montana over Manning with the winning attached to it there. Manning just had so many more like, man, I feel like, we should have gotten further. And part of that is, he got stuck with the guy that's number one on this list, but,
Yeah,
having to go up against him. So,
his
again, like,
entire career.
yeah,
It,
no, and like, I, I don't want to punish him too much. And
I mean,
I don't think punishing him is the right word, but like, also, Montana was the 80s. He's
sure,
the original
sure.
Joe Cool. Like, that's the other part of it, too, where it's just like, no, he doesn't have all the records, but, he was kind of the longest running consensus best of all time
Correct. Until
until we
Manning
got,
stepped on the field.
yeah, but I don't
Well,
know.
Manning. I mean, Brady.
I
We're
don't
not gonna jump
remember.
around,
Oh, yeah, but
but
like, I don't remember people anointing Manning, like truly
oh,
anointing him
oh, there
beyond
was.
that. But especially not in the terms of like a consensus. Like
I
Montana was
feel
just accepted as like the best quarterback ever
I feel like there's, and I'm
until
sure you can find them, but conversations and articles talking about Manning being that. I mean, especially just
I'm not saying
not
there
necessarily with the
wasn't.
winning. No, I'm just not like I think you're putting a ton of weight into the Super Bowls, which is fair. Like I get that, but additionally, a Super Bowl win isn't just a quarterback number; it's a team number. Because if you look at Manning's just quarterback stats and accolades,
Mhm.
I'd put that above Montana. I mean, I get it.
Oh,
There,
yeah. If we're just you doing the
yes,
accolades,
that's
the
I
collection of
well,
accolades.
not no, I'm talking about accolades, stats, eye test. I'm putting Manning above Montana. Personally, I get why you don't, is because you're weighing the winning and getting
I'm
it done.
Yeah,
Like
like I do
I
think
think
that
you're
there
doing it a
still
little
has to
too
be
much, but
I'm not I'm not a solely rings guy. You good? Somebody just break into your house?
I'm freaking out right now. I
I
don't know.
definitely just heard that too. So you're not alone there.
That was weird.
It was very
Okay.
strange. All right, moving
All
on.
right.
Um, I am not a solely just like rings guy at all. However, I do think if you do win four, I mean, they got to the same number,
Hmm.
the Super Bowls. Manning did get to four, but again, even like the last one he was a shell of himself, and he just
Yeah,
happened to play in that game, be the start, or yeah, he played in that game. I think he started it, but like
he did.
Simeon
He
or
started.
not
He
Simeon,
started the whole thing. Osweiler didn't play.
Osweiler. I thought Osweiler got some snaps in that game.
Maybe at the end because it was just the
Maybe
defense
feel like
nightmare.
they were still kind of going back and forth there, but like even in the playoff run, like that was so
Hmm.
defense and Von Miller dependent that
Hmm.
like they kind of carried his lifeless body to the finish line there. Um,
Okay. I mean, I'm just personally, I'm basing this on who I believe is the better quarterback,
that's fair,
which
and
is
you're
why
allowed to
I
say that. This
I'm
is not where I thought you were going to be
no
upset.
no
If we're
no
being
no
completely honest, but
I am upset about the next name being this entirely,
that's fair.
especially
Well,
above
that again,
Manning.
I think should also kind of bring this
That
back to
that's
where
that's why it's weighted. You're I get the projection. That I can agree with. However, these two careers are done. I get it. Montana for a long time was him and Marino were 1A, 1B for a long time in the 90s. Just
and also just bullied Marino in a Super Bowl.
yeah, fair enough. But well, I guess 80s, 90s. But additionally, it's just like quarterback to quarterback. I'm more comfortable with Manning and what he was capable of doing and the way he looked in a game. I get the sentiment. You're weighing the
I'm
Super
not
Bowl
mad
as
at it. It's not just again, it's not just the Super Bowls. It's more of the man. I feel like there's meat left on the bone there. You know what I
sure.
mean? Like that's kind of
Because
like
of
that's like the same thing I was kind of saying about Rodgers, where it's just like, dude, you only got to one. You won
Yeah.
one, but like that's the only one you got to. Like there should have been more.
No,
And
Rodgers, I
I
get that.
as
He's
good as
definitely.
Manning was in the regular season, like I just feel like there should have been more.
Hmm.
And hold on, let me see, just for the sake of it too. Not even just um Super Bowls, but just regular season versus playoffs
I was
with
doing that
Manning.
earlier. Manning, I was looking at Rodgers' playoff stats on Manning's. Rodgers' playoff stats were.
Yeah. And should have been here we go. There we go. Here we go. Actually, I do have it here. So yeah, Manning in his postseason career, 14-13. He's 186 and 79 in the regular season. Completion percentage goes from 65 to 63. This doesn't have it broken down by like per game numbers here. Um, Unfortunately, but here we go. Yeah, yards a game. There we go. He's 270 in the regular season. 271 in the playoffs too. Actually, it's not as bad as I thought. But 40 touch or 539 to 251 touchdowns to picks in the regular season. So that's what over. It's two and change.
Hmm.
It's 40 to 25 in the postseason. Rating goes from 96, almost 97, down to 87. Like it drops 10 points. Like
Yeah, I'm looking at Montana's here. I mean, again, at this point, kind of comes down to preference, and
that's
I'm not
fair.
going to sit
Like
here and
I'll like
argue to
yeah.
argue, but to talk playoff stats, Montana threw 45 touchdowns, 21 interceptions. He had a rating of 95.6.
Montana in the playoffs.
Montana in the playoffs, correct. Um, yards per game where's it at? I just saw it.
Mhm.
251.
I'm like, are like compare him to his regular season? Like that's what I'm kind of part of it is like the basing it
I
on
mean,
there
regular
too.
season, it's he was a quarterback in the 80s. You're not throwing for yards. He threw for
No,
211
but that's what
yards
I'm
per
saying. I'm just
game,
saying like the difference in numbers.
92.3. They were worse. He had worse numbers per game basis than Manning. If that's really what you want to go based off of.
I'm no. I'm saying basing. I'm including who you were in the playoffs. So
That's what I
I'm
just read
saying
to you. I was just
Manning
reading it.
dips.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I
and
was saying
he goes out. Okay.
compare Montana his
Yeah.
numbers in the playoffs to Montana in the regular season. So like he goes from a 92 rating to a 96 rating in the playoffs. His completion percentage is basically the same. It's half a point difference.
Yeah.
Um, Not giving me yards a game for whatever reason, but
211. It's 211 in season. 256. I think I said in the playoffs.
yeah. So like he like elevated in the playoffs.
Sure.
That's yeah. It's not just oh he has more Super Bowls than Manning. It is all of that.
Sure.
It
I
is
just
a playoff
I don't know.
performance as well.
Again, I think it's also comes down to like era. It's a different era of quarterback. It's a different era of football. Manning
I
also happened to
agree.
play in
But if
what
you're still
was
getting better
probably.
when you get into the most crucial parts of the year, like
Yeah,
that means
but
something.
who was he going up against? Not just Marino, maybe. No, he wasn't even going up against
Physical
Marino.
in the
It's
playoffs.
once,
Or no.
yeah,
On the NFC
once,
side,
yeah.
yeah, that's fair. No, I get it. But also,
So
you know,
like,
much more physical NFL too. You couldn't throw over the
yeah, but
middle.
then you go into that era and you're looking at he was going up against other quarterbacks like
Mhm.
Ben, Brady, um, what were other AFC guys at the time? And then he ran into Breeze in the Super Bowl. He ran into
He lost
um,
to the
the
Seahawks
Seahawks
and the
defense.
yeah,
So
and Breeze in the Super Bowl beat. Rex
Ma-
Grossman in the Bears and
Yeah,
Von
Manning
Miller
being,
beat Cam Newton in the worst moment of his life.
yeah, that was. What are you gonna kind of do?
Yeah. But again, it's not like it's not like I'm like, oh, Joe Montana's way up here, and Manning is like, oh, is this? It's not a
No,
huge
no,
gap. Like I think
yeah,
this is the Mount Rushmore of quarterbacks now that we're
yeah.
into.
I'm just saying, I personally would have them
That's fair.
both.
That's fine.
Me personally, I would have
That's why this
Manning
is my
foot
list
then.
and not your list. So
Yeah,
shut
yeah.
up.
Well, you want me to argue with you ultimately, giving you my
Yeah,
opinion. If you
but
just wanted me to sit
only
here and
argue
let
with me when
you,
I'm wrong.
oh well, that's a lot. So
All right. Well, let's get to arguing some more here. Number two already. I have Mahomes.
yeah,
I just
I
think that this is just insane with
I
him.
get it. I it's hard for me not to say I get it. His play has definitely dipped these last 2 years. I mean,
Mhm.
partially this past year due to injury, but the team as a whole is not playing up to par.
Mhm.
And I get it, that's not completely on the quarterback, but
Yeah, they're kind of going through
additionally,
that little evolution right now as guys are getting older.
yeah. I mean,
But
he is currently holds the NFL record in yards per game
Mhm.
across his career in 285. He's a QB rating of 100. So,
He's fourth all time in passer rating.
and he's leads the NFL in all-time record for success percentage at 51.9.
Mhm.
So, like, he's
Here's
having
the
a
other
ton of
things.
success.
So, like we kind of alluded to it, lumping him in with Rodgers
Mhm.
in terms of like the artist. Just like when you watch him play, you're like, there aren't many people who have ever walked the face of this earth that can do what he
Mhm.
does.
Mhm.
Um, he's also the fastest to 10,000 yards, 20,000 yards, 30,000 yards, fastest to 100 touchdowns, 200 touchdowns, 250 touchdowns. Like he's got all of that. He has two MVPs already. He's already a six-time Pro Bowler. He and then along with that, all of
Mhm.
the individual stuff, he's already winning at an insane rate. He
Yeah.
just finished year 9. He played in a week 17 game, his rookie year, when they had already locked up their playoff position. That was his first game. So he played one game that year. Proceeds to come in his first year as the starter, throw for 50 touchdowns, wins the MVP. Basically, he has played 8 seasons. This last one
Mhm.
got cut short due to injury.
I
And
mean, he played 14 games still. It wasn't really
he
that
played,
short.
that's
He
fair.
played basically a full season. Let's
That's what I'm
state
still
what it
counting
is.
it as. Yeah, it's 8. But he has 7 AFC championship appearances and 5
Mhm.
Super Bowl appearances. So he has the winning to go along with it.
Mhm.
And his playoff numbers are insane as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Like we
not
were just talking about it.
I'm not disputing any of that. I mean, yes, if you project him through his entire career,
It's not even just that.
it's
Like
gonna be
I don't
interesting.
I'll be honest. I'm not projecting too much there. Like this
Mhm.
one feels like I don't need him to get to 7.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? This isn't
no,
like think if he gets one more, 2 more, if he gets to 5, I think I'm gonna have a very tough time not anointing him. You know what I mean? And then again, like
yeah,
yeah, his playoff stuff, he goes from 285 yards a game in the regular season to a measly 277 in the playoffs. Uh, TD to 267 touchdowns to 85 picks in the regular season. That's what 3 to 1, 3.5 to 1.
uh,
Is that right? Somewhere in that range there.
you said regular season,
Yeah, 267 to 85. That's what, like 3.4, 3.3.
3.55, something like that.
Maybe it is 5.
No, 3.14.
3.14.
Neither of us can do, yeah, neither of us
Yeah,
can do math.
no, that was closer. To 4.6 to 1 in the playoffs.
Yeah,
46 touchdowns, 10 picks. His rating
that's
goes from
decent.
100.8 to 105.4. He goes from 66% completions regular season to 68 in the playoffs. Like the
Yeah,
dude's a stud. Like he has had two quarterbacks, or sorry, now three quarterbacks beat him in the playoffs, and that was Brady twice, Burrow once, Hurts once, and two of those games his offensive line completely gave up on him, basically. And I will stand by the 2021 Super Bowl, 2020, 2021, 2020. When the
I
hell was
don't
it?
know which one you're talking about.
The Bucks.
Would they lost and got dominated?
Yes.
Yeah,
I can comfortably say that is one of the best performances I've ever seen
yeah. It
by
was
a
a
quarterback. Like
2020 Super Bowl.
the stuff that Mahomes was doing, the passes that he was getting off
Hmm.
in that game to just try to get anything to work was absolutely insane. Just nobody could catch anything. He was getting mauled for 3 hours and was still somehow getting passes off. It is the craziest thing I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, fair enough.
So,
Yeah, I
like
mean,
as of
I
right
don't.
now, through his first 8 seasons, he has been that like perfect blend of individual production and winning. The same like what we were just arguing about with Peyton Manning versus Joe Montana. He's got both of those.
Yeah, yeah. I get it. I just think I'd
You just
like
think I'm being premature.
not necessarily because again, I believe that that is what will end up being the case as long as there's not another dynasty that happens in the next 2 years. Because I don't necessarily think the Chiefs are back to where they need to be this year
Yeah,
necessarily.
and they can go through a little bit of a stretch here because we're going to get
Sure.
into it with the guy that's at number one here that is
Yeah,
agreed
he had.
upon.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about we've talked about how Mahomes and Brady's like kind of lines have
Mhm.
followed each other in a
They
way
are
here.
completely like in lockstep right now.
It's very strange. But
Tore ACLs in the same year of
but
their career.
but one was more detrimental to the season than the other. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, I mean, let's get into it. I mean, number
Yeah,
one on
it's
this list is
Brady.
obviously
It was always
Brady.
going to
It's
be Brady.
by a
Um,
country mile.
yeah,
It's not
like I said,
close.
what I think could end up happening is Mahomes takes this from him,
I mean,
and
he
that's what I'm
needs
saying is
to.
I don't think he does not need to get to the seven,
I
in my
don't think he
opinion.
necessarily needs there to get there in the accolade side, but he needs to get there in the statistical side and the longevity side of it. Because like the reason Brady is where he is because he was doing it at such a high level for such a long time.
Mhm.
He played till he was what 45 almost.
Yeah, he said he wanted to
I
play till
need
45, and he did.
I need to see something like that from Mahomes because I don't think he
Like I
can
said,
do that.
I don't think he's going to need to play till 45 to get to some of the numbers. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Because again, I mean
what he's
Brady. Okay, well let's get into it. Let me just run through this real quick here with Brady. 15-time Pro Bowler, that's the most all time. 6-time All Pro, 3-time MVP, 2-time Offensive Player of the Year, 7-time champ, 5-time Super Bowl MVP. He's first in yards, first in touchdowns, 10th in passer rating, first in game winning drives, first in comebacks. It's most wins, most games, most division
hmm
titles, oldest to win MVP, most player of the month, most player of the week, most seasons as touchdown leader, most conference championship appearances with 14, most conference championship wins with 10. Like you go through all of that. What I am saying is Mahomes is now the fastest to the all the 10K marks and all the touchdown marks. As the NFL is getting more
hmm
friendly to offense, like he's going to be able to catch Brady probably faster, barring injuries and things like that.
In what category are you stating that for?
Yards and
Because
touchdowns.
I mean, he still needs 50,000 plus yards
Yeah, and he's
to
also
get there.
played how many less seasons? He's played in,
15 less seasons, but we
and it's
both don't
also 209 less games.
we both also don't believe he's playing that long.
No, but 209 is, hold on, let me look at this here just for the sake of it.
Okay, you're it's 17 game season. You're
It's
looking at what,
12 years and
12
change.
years. Yeah. I don't
So he
think
gets
he
to 21.
plays 12 more years. I'm
Yeah, but
just being honest.
if he
You're
gets
the
10,
game
if he plays
the game
19
now.
years, or if he plays, okay, how old is he now? He's
He's
30, right?
he's going into 31 season. He turns 31 September. So I think realistically he plays until he's 39. So I give him 9 more seasons. That is what
Hold on,
I'll say.
let me look at that.
I can be wrong, but I think the game is more physical now. I think you're going to see quarterbacks bow out sooner in the way that the game is played because the
Well, I
seasons are
mean, Brady
longer.
lived through, I mean, the first decade plus of his career was, that's, Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, Brian Urlacher, that's that
Sure,
era.
sure,
So, like,
sure.
it's
But
not like it
Brady
wasn't
wasn't.
physical.
Yeah, but Brady also wasn't taking those hits that Mahomes takes.
Yeah, I mean, Mahomes has gotten that a couple times just for this, like, with rebuilding offensive lines.
And
But he's
Mahomes
even
has also
gotten,
said that he doesn't want to play that long.
yeah, no, and I don't blame him for that.
Sure. So like I'm not pushing that narrative that he's gonna catch a guy who played until he's 45 in yards when that's just not possible statistically. He would have to throw for 5,400 yards a season to catch him at
I
this
was gonna
rate.
say, yeah, if we're cutting it off at what is it, 9 years? Is that
Nine
what we
years.
said?
That is my projection.
You're
I
saying nine
again,
years? Yeah,
I
like
could be wrong.
that's a big number. It would, yeah,
It's a
it's like
huge
350
number.
yards a game. But if we go just for the sake of it,
If you go 12 seasons, which is what you said for game wise, you're
mhm.
looking at closer to 5K a year, which is like 300 a game, which
For
is
over the course
still,
of 12 years,
yeah, which is still almost impossible.
over the course of 12 years, for the sake of it, I'm just doing. It's 260
Mm,
if it's 12 years.
yeah.
Again, but I'm also saying like I think he could have a chance. I also think that again you add in the talent side of it. Like again, like everybody anointed Rodgers to a much higher status than he probably would have was for stretches.
Hmm.
And then everybody kind of came back down to earth on him because of the postseason stuff.
Hmm.
Like I think if you like he's right now in that balance of such an insanely talented individual
Hmm.
and is winning at such an insane clip
Sure. Like I said, I just
that
struggle
even
to believe.
if he finishes with 15,000 less yards,
Hmm.
like if
What is
we
that
look at
looking
it,
like?
because Brady's
Third all
number, Brady and
time?
Breeze's numbers are both just
Nuts.
yeah,
Yes.
like those are crazy.
Breeze's is crazier than Brady's, if we're being honest.
Yes, 100%. Like
Hmm.
yeah, I mean Brady's at 89,000. Manning
Yeah.
is Breeze is at 80. Manning is at just under 72. Same with
Yeah,
Brett
so
Favre. So
I
again,
think
like,
he'll
and
probably finish third all time.
yeah, that is still. I mean,
That's doable. He's at 35 now.
he's
It's
basically just got to double himself right now.
correct.
And that's especially with the extra game. And I mean, they could go. That's the other part of it too. They could also go to the 18 game schedule.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the other dangerous part of that. You go to an 18 game schedule. That's another game that you're playing. That's more wear and tear on the body.
Mm-hmm.
That's more preparation you have to do.
But also more
So,
games
yes.
in a prime. You know what I'm saying?
But also you're sitting a game. You're assuming your team is good enough where you're going to sit that last game of the season and it's not going to matter. So truly, then you're back down to a 17 game.
Yeah, but you still
Because
have 18 chances for 17. Like
yeah,
right now,
but I
you have
mean,
17 chances for 16.
correct. I just don't foresee that to be the case necessarily for Mahomes and company for him to consistently play 17, 18 games a season where the way he plays, he's going to need hopefully a week off.
That's fair.
Yeah, yes, he's going to finish top three statistically in a lot of categories
Hmm.
at this rate, barring crazy things.
I would be
But
honestly be more concerned about when does Andy Reid retire than I would be
yeah, when that
anything
happens,
with him.
you have a
Like
lot more
that's
questions you have to answer.
that is a
But
bigger issue to it than I think anything else is.
I think looking at the trajectory of his career and saying, "Oh, I think he'll have more yards and touchdowns than Brady," I think that is a tougher pill for me to swallow
That's fair. Again,
because of
my
the
whole thing is
longevity of
I don't
Brady's
think he
career.
has to have all of that because again, like just that
I'm not
combo.
saying he does. What I am saying is to project that, I think for me is insane because of the way the NFL is developing and heading into a different trajectory than the way Brady was able to play the game. Because Brady played the game in a very unique fashion in how he mitigated his sacks
Hmm.
and was able to get the ball out quickly while also making the most of every situation that he put himself in,
Hmm.
where not a lot of quarterbacks are able to do that.
Hmm. Yeah, again, I mean that's
Because
why Brady is on top of this list right now.
exactly,
But
and why why I struggle to believe anybody will catch him soon in any of these statistical categories. If somebody were to do it, it would be Mahomes, but Mahomes would have to play longer than I think he would be able to play for
mhm,
at that level. That's
yeah,
just my
I'm saying
personal
it without
opinion.
even like that without that expectation. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, sure,
Like
sure,
I
sure.
said, like I
The only reason I'm saying this is because you did say I think he will catch him in yards,
I think he
touchdowns,
could.
etc.
I think he
Sure,
could.
anybody can if you play long enough.
Yeah.
I just don't think that's a possibility at this point.
And if he's going to get, he turns into that psycho because he just can't stop winning and goes, man, fuck it, I'll just keep playing. Because the greats are all psychos. Again, Belichick is still coaching football for some reason.
Because they let him.
Yeah, exactly. Like some dudes just can't get away from it. And then also, I did want to circle back to this real quick, just for the sake of it.
Okay.
I was going to bring this up with Manning. Like, again, I don't remember this being for the GOAT debate, but Manning versus Brady was a real argument for a long time.
Mm,
Like most of what we can remember of watching
hmm
football and consuming talk shows and everything like that. And by the time Manning retired, it seemed like there was probably more on the Manning side than there was on the Brady side.
Yes,
Not aggressively, but like a 65-35, probably at most, 60-40, leaning towards Peyton, which is just another little wrinkle to add into why Manning should be so high on these lists. And
and then
then
Brady played
Brady
7 more
proceeded to
years.
play, yes, for 7 more years, not only completely destroyed that
Eight,
debate,
8 years.
took everything from Drew Brees that he had for a very short amount of time. Um, and he went from being one of the guys that was a part of a debate for an era.
hmm
Because again, I still think people might have said things, but I do think it was a lot more of the. And Montana was still the greatest quarterback of all time, adding in the four Super Bowls there. And then Brady just proceeded to destroy all of that. It was who's the best quarterback of the millennia or of this century to that's the best to ever do it.
Yeah,
And
by far.
honestly, seemingly quick fashion. Because it was
Well,
Manning won that last Super Bowl, and then Brady was in the next.
4.
Was
Three.
it 4?
3.
4 or
That's 3.
5?
16, 17, 18, 19. Because they lost in 20.
And 2020.
Then I was talking about
Yeah, I
New England.
forgot.
And
Yeah. The year that,
then
2019, they did not make it, but he was in, what was it, 5 of the next 6.
yeah.
That's what it was.
Well,
Sorry.
he lost to the Eagles in 16.
No, but I was just saying he got to them. Won 3 more.
No. He beat the Falcons in 16. Lost
Lost
to
to
the
the
Eagles in
Eagles.
17. Beat the
Beat the
Rams in
Rams.
18. 19.
We're missing something there. I feel like. Are we missing something? 19. That was the Chiefs.
Chiefs Niners.
Chiefs Niners.
That's what I was missing. They lost in the AFC Championship. Then Brady leaves.
No, that's
Goes
right.
to
Sorry, it was the year before that's right. I always fuck that up. It was the Seahawks Patriots one happened. Then it was Broncos Panthers.
Seahawks Patriots.
And then that's when Brady went on that run.
Correct.
That's what it was. Won 2 of the next 3, missed a year, came back, won another one. That's what it was. That's right. Yeah, fuck me. I was like, why am I missing one there? It was the year before that. So it was, like by the time Manning retired, it was like Brady had more wins, but did more of the winning, but Manning had all of the regular season, all of the accolade stuff. And then Brady, what was it? What was it? 2 more,
4.
another MVP, and
He won,
3 more Super Bowls over the next 5 years. And it was just over. And then he just added a few more years just for fun.
I mean, his last 2 years, he threw for 10,000 yards.
Yeah.
His last 2 years, he threw for 10,010 yards. So.
Yeah. It is quite insane. Quite an insane career.
So, yeah.
And I think he's really come into his own broadcasting.
Yeah, we'll see.
I've come to like him.
See.
There's that too. Took a year, but
we'll see how this goes.
He's back.
Year 3 of broadcasting in Fox.
Yeah, he'll figure it out. All right. Well, that was fun. We got it all out of the way there.
Yeah, we got all the arguing out of the way today.
Always fun.
Mm-hmm.
Always a good time. Also, barring any real insanity, that 4-legger's going to hit tonight.
Oh,
and my bet's going to cash.
Wow.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
Lucky you.
That's hot. I like that one. All right, well, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
We'll have some more fun. Starting a new series this week.
Mm-hmm. We'll get into all of that tomorrow. Some we're pretty excited about to do on a more regular basis here. So.
And something that I put way too much thought into.
Yeah. So I'm excited.
As a nearing 30-year-old. But it's for a good cause. All right, let's get out of here.
Yeah, let's get out of here.